Hi, this is Orange Hedgehog 2012 and today I'm going to be doing a plush review on my Sonic Adventure Shadow the Hedgehog plush. Now, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do a plush review on this one, purely for the fact that he is in not great condition, as you'll probably see in a minute, but I thought, you know, what the heck, might as well. I've had a look on YouTube and I don't think I've seen any plush reviews on this plush series of Shadow, so I could possibly be the first. So let's get a start on the review. See if I bring him forward a bit. Now, as you would see, he's not in great condition. He's probably one of the worst conditioned plushes that I have. The plush material has like bubbled and it is not as soft as he originally would have been, and as you can probably see, his eyes are completely screwed. Now, the original owner had these on eBay.com along with Rouge, Tails, the Soap Shoe Sonic and a Sonic Adventure Knuckles. Unfortunately, the original seller wouldn't ship worldwide, so unfortunately somebody else bought him from the US and resold him on eBay, so I ended up paying a little bit extra for him. I think originally he was about £75, and I ended up paying I think just a little bit more extra, but it's actually not too bad considering. I mean, these plushes in sort of mint condition can go for sort of £400 to £450. Oh, actually, they can go for more as well, up to sort of £500 to £550. That was the last plush I saw. So that's around about sort of $700, I think, in US money. So yeah, I mean, I ended up paying sort of about £125 for my Shadow, which I don't think is too bad. I mean, obviously you can tell by the condition that he's in, but you know, that was probably about a couple of years ago, so I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, some people might think that's, you know, way too much to pay for a plush, but I'm really happy. I was, you know, really eager to get one of these in my collection, but it would be nice to actually have one in sort of mint condition, very similar to my Rouge. So I have said in one of my previous videos when I reviewed my Sonic Adventure 2 Rouge that I am after a one of these in sort of mint condition, tagged or untagged. I'm not really bothered at all. Also, as well, I've mentioned it on my DeviantArt account as well. So enough of that anyway. Let's get on with the review. Right, these plushes, I measured him and he's around about 16 inches tall, the same height as Rouge. I keep forgetting actually to measure these plushes. I already have like the tape measure already out, but I keep forgetting to actually measure them in my review. So, you know, oh well, if I do, then obviously cool. You know, if I don't, then I could always put it in the description. So if we start off with his head, the actual material, obviously where he's been used, I assume he's been washed as well, because the plush material is not as soft as it originally would have been. He's very sort of bobbled and, you know, he's been used a lot. I mean, the poor bugger, I mean, look at his eyes. So I don't know if that's really with use over the years, or whether he went into the wash and, you know, he was battered and bruised and his eyes, you know, got knocked off. I'm not sure, but I'm actually surprised that his chest hair has stayed, because especially with the Sonic X, the Volume 2 versions, the chest hair is more susceptible to actually come off. The glue they used obviously wasn't that great. I mean, over time it must have just like disintegrated and then just the chest hair had fallen off. So I don't know if originally the chest hair did come off and the previous owner glued it back on. So, but it's nice because a few of these don't have the original chest hair. It's just like the sort of if you can imagine the back of the fabric, it's very very rough. But anyway, if we start off with the head, these are really nice plushes. This is probably one of the best shadow plushes you're ever going to get. There has been sort of previous ones with the, as you can see, the Sonic X version. Yeah, and obviously that one there. But the Japanese Sonic Adventure 2 series are probably the best ones you're ever going to get. So yeah, if we have a look at his eyes, these are so badly damaged. I mean, the paint and the printing sort of transfer that has gone onto the plastic to make his eyes scratched and, you know, awful. And obviously this used to be other part of his eye, and it's just, oh, poor guy. Yeah. And his nose is just a basic sort of black material that they've obviously shaped and then stuffed. His mouth, the same with the other Adventure 2 series, other characters. It's just brown coloured sort of stitching material that they've used for his mouth. And he originally would have had a gold hang string, which is not there anymore. That's been cut off. But that this is sort of like the red stripe that would go sort of from the top of his head all the way down to his spike. And as you can see, for the other sides, the right side and the left side of his spike, and also the back, if I turn him around, as you can see. So yeah, if we move down to his stomach, these are very well proportioned plushes, especially of Shadow. He's got his renowned sort of chest hair. It's not fluffy, unfortunately. It would have been actually quite cool if they did actually use sort of, you know, fluffy white material for his chest hair. Obviously, you know, trying to keep the costs down, so they've just used like sort of a basic white plush material they've cut. This actually sort of like I don't know how would you put it, but basically the same with Sonic X, they've used 2 layers. So they've got obviously the white plush material, then underneath they've got like a sort of a rougher sort of material that they would have stuck it on. So yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you can just about make it out because he's so black. It can be difficult to actually see sort of the shape to him. And his tush tag is still remains, but it's very frayed. And if you can just about make out, it just basically, I assume it just says Sonic Adventure and then number 2. The same sort of writing with my rouge. These plushes were available, I mean, he was made in 2001, if you can just about make out. Available in the Sega UFO prize catcher machines in Japan. I think also they were available to buy from sort of specialist anime stores in America. I don't think they were available in the UK, unless obviously back then that you know, bought him from eBay and stuff. So if we have a look at his arms, you've got the red sort of stripe on his arm, along with his red and black cuffs, with the sort of the gold ring sort of around his wrist. And these are, I like how they've you've got a sort of like a groove in there to show his thumb, rather than having sort of just one whole round, you know, clump with just slight stitching. They've actually separated his thumb, which is quite nice. I think, yeah, they've done the same for the Soap Shoe Sonic. Yeah, so if we move down to his legs, I mean, obviously, as you can imagine, where he's been washed and used, the stuffing has sort of shrunk a bit. These are his shoes. And, let's see, yeah, it does go down quite deep to sort of his shoes there. And, yeah, that's interesting, actually. If you can see my finger there, it's like, they're not joined up with the shoe. These are separate. It's quite interesting. You might be able to see sort of some marks on him. These are the soles of his shoes. Now, I like what they've done with the rings on the sole of his shoes. Where the, I don't know, the steam or something, but what used to come out of his shoes to help him sort of glide, they're actually stitched on. They've just they've been cut and then they've been sort of sewed on as well. I don't know if you can quite make that out. Yeah, they're just sort of felt, and the same with the black round circular in part there. The yellow strip is, it's not felt, it's sort of like a softer material. And then you've got the red vinyl with the black stripes going across. Now this part here, it differs with some plushes, because some of them are sort of like black, I think. As you can probably see with that shadow there. I don't know if you can quite make it out. The strip underneath is black. With the Sonic, it's the same with the Sonic X Volume 2 version. So yeah, I think that differs. I think a lot of the Western plushes, it's just black. So yeah, the vinyl actually is in very good condition. It hasn't sort of cracked or peeled off. It's still, you know, it still remains. So that's quite cool. And if I flip him over so you can get a better look of his spikes and the detail on his back, the two spikes, the stuffing here has gone completely, shrunk, and his tail, the stuffing as well has gone on that as well. There's the back of his legs as well as the back of his shoes. It's a really nice detailed plush. And if I hold him up to the side, you can get a better look of his spikes. So yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty. Oh, I forgot to mention as well the white part. I think it's the same with the Soap Shoe Sonic. It's like maybe originally it was like felt. It feels a lot softer, obviously, where he's been used. But I assume it would have been like a much sort of a reinforced sort of felt. Maybe they've coated it in something, or whether you know, whether it's just like felt. But I think it's felt. And I also forgot to mention as well the red detailing around his eye, sort of eyeliner or something, and his brow. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention his ears as well. They're not stuffed, they're just the material that's been sort of cut and then sort of pushed inside out to obviously reveal the outer part. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is probably, this is definitely the last of the Adventure 2 series plushes that I have in my collection. I'll be going on to the Sonic X Volume 1 and Volume 2 series in my next video. If you want to have a look at my channel, I've got plenty of other plush review videos. If you'd like to comment or subscribe, that would be great. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.